making Geo Flowers. Here is a picture of what we're going to be making. You can make flowers like this over foam sheets, or you can make any type of geometric patterns that you like. So it doesn't have to be flowers. It can be any drawing that you would like to make. But today we are going to actually make this exact purple flower right here. So to make this, the few things that you need are a foam sheet. This is usually comes in boxes when you have deliveries or something, so you can maybe use them, or when you get, any technology stuff, they usually stuff them with this. We also need a pencil. We need pins. They can be any color, but they just have to be like high like this, so we can put the rubber bands around them. And we also need the loom rubber bands. They're the very short, small rubber bands we're gonna put around. You can do any colors you like depending on your shape. So that's the materials. We have these materials at the library, but it's first come, first serve, and they're very limited, so you can come pick bags up from the library if you don't have these at home. All right, so we're first gonna start with, we have to sketch the drawing. So I have my foam sheet right here, and I'm gonna have to start with first making this drawing here. So I'm going to do the middle of the flower here, so I know that's the pin in the middle. And then I'm gonna make the flower, so I'm gonna do this. Of course, we should make it probably lighter so nobody can see it underneath. So that's the first one. I'm gonna make another one here. Right, so I got 5 here, which is what the picture is. And then I'm going to start with this team. So I'm going to make this here. It's going to probably need 2. So 1 there and 1 here. We'll make it a little bit like bent like that. And then I'm going to make the 2 leaves right here. So this is the first leaf. This is my first time making this too, so let's see how it's going to turn out to be. And this is my second leaf. Okay, so if you have the materials, you can actually do this right now as we go with me. I'm just going to make this a bit lighter with the eraser because I don't want it to show from underneath the rubber bands. I made it too dark, so I'm just gonna lighten it a little bit so nobody can see the sketch underneath. And it's actually erasing, so if you make a mistake and you want to erase with the eraser, you can actually erase. That is not a problem. All right, so that is first step. So first step is make your sketch. Second step is we're going to be putting these pins inside the shape. So I'm gonna start with the middle here. I'm gonna have a pin, and then I have 2 for each of these. So 1 here, 1 here. The pins have to go in the corners, because that's what's gonna hold the rubber bands. So any corners you have, I'm putting pins in corners. So here is the other one. Put them all the way in, so it's safer. All right, and you guys can see how I made sure my sheet is very thick here, so then they don't come outside from the other side, so they don't hurt, because that would be very bad. So make sure your sheet is thick enough if you're using a sheet from home. Okay, I'm gonna make this one actually a little bit bigger than what I sketched to make it look better. All right, and then 1 right here. Almost done. See how simple it is? And you can make the drawing as simple as you want and as complicated as you want. All right, so this is what I got so far. So you can see the outline a little bit already. All right, so now I'm gonna start with the rubber bands. What I did here, because we have two colors in this picture, I have the green and I have the purple. The purple is for the flower and the green is for the steam and the rest. All right, so I'm gonna start with first the green. So this is how you're gonna put it in. You're gonna attach two pins together. See that? So that is the beginning. Do this other one here. I attach the other two. There you go. All right, I'm gonna make the leaves now. So attach these two. Put the rubber band in these other two. It's working out, just be careful. You don't want the pin to come popping out. And then these two. Now, if you're making any other shapes here, don't make sure that the pins are close enough to each other. If you make them too far, these are too small, so they're not going to be able to expand too much. So just keep that in mind. You can see here that all my pins are close to each other, so that I can have the rubber band on them. Okay, so there we go. That's my green part in the bottom, already done. All right, and now purple. So now I'm making the actual flower. If a pin comes out, you can always, you know, push it back in. Just take it out completely and push it back in through another hole, a new hole, so then it goes in good. I'm actually going to take this, make this one so it balances out, so it doesn't come. This pin in the middle is holding so much, so I'm just balancing both sides right now. All right, so far I have three leaves done. Oops. It's getting harder to get them in because there's so many for the middle one now, so it's getting a bit harder and harder. You can always push them inside like this, so then you have more space to add more on it. All right, almost done. It's looking pretty good. We have only one more left. It's holding up pretty good. All right, last one. Woo! Yes. Okay, I'm just pushing them all in to make sure that it's all good. And there we go. This one came out a little bit, so I'm just gonna take it out and push it back in to make a new hole. There we go. All right, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, Geo Flower. That's what we made today. So try this at home and let us know how it went. Maybe send us some pictures.